Okay, everybody, welcome. This is The Real Romi. I am Romi, and I'm here with my friend Megan. Megan is a beautiful buff mama that I got to meet. I was doing makeup on a shoot recently, and we were doing fitness models. You were one of the fitness models that sat in one of our chairs, and we got to talking, and you had brand new baby at the shoot with you.
Yes,
And
I did.
you were like getting ready in hair and makeup and like had this brand new baby and you're buff and fit and like we were talking about your routine. And so I was really fascinated with just your journey and your story. So first I'd like for you just to tell us a little bit about your fitness journey and then how you got to that shoot and how you got to that shoot with a baby.
Well, I started working out when I was 16, and I don't necessarily consider it working out. I started being more aware of the gym, going with my girlfriends. I would put us in the cardio bunny
Okay.
category.
Yep.
We watched, I learned, I hired a personal trainer when I was 18.
Okay.
And then I learned a lot from him. He was like this big buff guy and just a pool of knowledge, pool of
Yeah.
knowledge. And we're actually still friends to this day.
Yeah.
So very, very helpful. And then I decided I'm like, I want to look into being a personal trainer because it was expensive.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yes. Yes, it
it's
is.
it's not attainable. At that
Yes.
point in time, I was in college. I was a new, fresh college student.
Yeah.
And it was expensive.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, I want to do this. I educated myself. And once I was aware of, he helped me in just the mechanics of the gym.
Hmm.
Getting the personal trainer certification was more about like the food
Yes.
and how do I incorporate with working out, not necessarily what I wanted in terms of like the machines that were at the gym. So he was able to help me out in that aspect. So it's kind of
Hmm.
like it was kind of both hand in hand.
Yeah.
So after that, I started training women. I didn't want to train men because
Okay.
I like women better training. It was so much easier.
Do you feel like you're
Um,
more comfortable training women too because you understand the woman body, right? Like, do you feel like it's easier for men to train men and women to train women just because?
well, of course. And it's like
Yeah.
here I am. I first started training at a gym, and since they were very I was new, and I actually had a lot of clients. Some people were asking if I would train them, and I was very perplexed on why some of the men asked me to train them because I'm like, you are theoretically supposed to be stronger than myself.
Mhm.
So why am I helping you bench press when you should be helping me bench? I don't know. So
Okay. So
after that,
you really specialized in women, in women's.
yes.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah. So after that, I just decided to strictly train women, mostly like friends, family. And then I really toned it down once I started having babies. But before that, I actually competed in figure. Um, I started looking at magazines, like Oxygen was really big when I was in my 20s. I loved that magazine. I started seeing like these glamorous, motivating, like on stage presence with these beautiful ladies. And I was dating my husband at the time, and I'm like, I want to do this. Like,
Yeah.
I so want to do this.
The bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I competed in figure. There's different categories. There's bikini, figure, physique, and then just bodybuilding.
Hmm.
So I wasn't in the category of, it's just in terms of leanness. So
Hmm.
each category you go in, they get leaner and leaner. So it's
Okay.
bikini, figure, and so you just get leaner and leaner. Um, so I did that for about 5 years. The best I did was third place in my division, and that was in 2016.
Okay.
And in that time, I had spoke to a lot of women that said, "You're young. Do you want to have a family?" And so I decided to take a break from that because I did want to have a family, and they informed me how much it really did
Would
a number on their hormones.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah. So I stopped and then I had my oldest now, she's 6 years old. And then I have my 4-year-old, and now I have my 1 year old. She just turned one. But so one day I will go back. But
Yeah.
when the show, or I'm sorry, when the magazine first came out, I wasn't, I'm like, no way. I'm like
So
six
wait, what
months
was the
post.
magazine again that we're talking about so people
Oh,
can
I'm
know?
sorry.
Yeah.
Hers Muscle and Fitness.
They did like a competition basically, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. It was like a weekly thing where you had to get a certain amount of votes to continue on to like the next stage. And they just cut smaller and smaller and smaller. And so you had to make the cut to continue to go on. And you had to like promote yourself and social media. And so I did it on all my social media accounts. Like I have a YouTube, and I did it on my Instagram and even on my TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm like, I'm not cut out for this. Like I'm 6 months postpartum. I'm not, I'm not cut out for it. And so my husband's like, just try. Like there's no, so I tried. And it was motivating for me to try because I'm like, I gotta be in the gym longer. Like I gotta hone in on my dieting, not my dieting, but I gotta hone in on my food. I gotta think about this. Like, do I really need that blizzard that we're having for my kid's birthday? Like, so it was very motivating for me when we got
Oh
to the
yeah.
end. And I'm like, I can't believe I got it this far. Like this crazy.
So you
Um,
went for this with a brand new baby and got in it and then actually like made it to the finals.
yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So, which was very surprising. It was very, very surreal.
Yeah.
And I was very grateful that they let me bring my baby because she was nursing. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't like, I'm sorry, but so, yeah. And then I met you.
So just for like any women and moms, I think I'm a mother, right? I remember, so my fitness journey, started actually really becoming a part of my life once I became a mom. So that was
Mhm.
8 years ago when I had gained all that weight for, being pregnant. I went into my one and only pregnancy kind of like, I'm going to eat whatever and I don't care and I'm pregnant, right? And like, then I
Right.
was like, whoa, like she got big, right? But she didn't care. And
Yeah.
then once I had my daughter, I was like, oh my gosh. Like
Yeah.
I don't know who this is.
Right.
Emotionally, I don't know who this is physically. And I
Yeah.
started working out and really got into the best shape of my life after she was born. Like pretty much in the first 6 months, that became my passion. And it's
Yeah.
been my passion for the last 8 years, just fitness in general. But I think
Right.
so many moms like, and then listening to a story like you with 3 children, a brand new baby, going after something like this, changing your body, right? Learning how to shift, right? Even as a
Right.
brand new mom. So inspiring because so many women have the excuses, right? That they can't
Yes.
do these things. And
Right.
here are mothers living as if
Yes.
they didn't just have a baby.
Yeah. Yep.
What
Yeah.
is your advice to a new mom trying to get fit?
Oh gosh. I feel like it's so hard to pick one is, you know, I feel like when you're pregnant and you have that beautiful baby in your belly and then baby's here, I feel like the mind shift
Mm.
and your belly. And I'm like, I remember playing with my like smushy belly. That was just so, I don't even know how to explain that. It's something different. And then you picture yourself as, as a, as what you should think of as a role model. And trying to look at your new beautiful body. And I know we all put ourselves down. I myself did as well, but it's never too late to start.
Yeah.
And don't base yourself off of social media.
Yes. So tell me about that in terms of social media, because you're on it, you're in the fitness world, you're back, you got on this magazine, right? Right after having a baby, you made it through this whole thing. In terms
Yeah.
of social media with so many fitness influencers, and I want to say on this, and I want your opinion in this. We talked a little bit of this behind the scenes. I
Yeah.
come from a generation where it was cardio junkie. We don't eat food, right? That's
Right.
how we grew up. And so we
Yeah.
all grew up starving and running. Okay.
Right.
Calorie deficient, don't eat, just run.
Yep.
And I see this shift happening in our culture that I think is really beautiful. And it is like really empowering strong women and
Yeah.
muscle and lifting and eating.
Yep.
And I'm like, so like I'm doing all the things too, but I'm like, fuck yes, for this generation of our girls to
Yeah.
see muscle and strength and like women doing this. What do you think of that shift in social media right now? What does that look like? What's your take on it?
I love it. I couldn't be more proud that we are going in that direction. I still see things that I don't agree with,
Like what?
in big social media accounts.
Example.
Um, like I have a 33-pound toddler. I have a 45-pound little girl, and my 1-year-old is like 30 pounds. I see these women and I just want to shake the screen lifting 10-pound weights.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm perplexed because my kid is 3 times the size of that. And they're like,
So
you just
you're
gotta keep
saying
going. You just
lift
gotta keep going.
heavier,
Yeah,
right?
you gotta.
Heavier.
And it's like this, I feel like a mentality is still out there where it's like, I don't want to get bulky.
Yeah.
I don't think women realize what you have to do to your body to obtain that bulkiness, that bulkiness. And it's like, you really have to take some serious drugs. Like
Yep. Yep.
coming from competing that I didn't take anything. I never got insanely bulky. I just got really lean and I had muscle. Like but I was never bulky like a man. And so when I see these really popular social media accounts and they're just like, do like 15 reps of these and they're like 10 pounds. And that's where I'm no.
So
Like it,
I love that you're saying this because we listen to a lot of the same podcasts. I know
yeah.
you and I talked about even like I started doing my
Huberman.
well, yeah, every day I listen to him. Like he's life
Yeah.
changing, so like the collagen that I'm doing and the
Right.
all the things that I'm putting back in me and lifting. And I've shared it on social media. And I appreciate you saying that. I was like, I box, right? I run and I was just aggressive. I was working out like 4 hours a day and I wasn't
Yeah.
getting the results I wanted in my body. And now I'm
Yeah.
in nutrition school because I'm so fascinated by it
I find
because
that amazing.
I'm so fascinated by like the food part that I didn't understand.
Right.
I didn't understand so much of what I wanted to look like was what I was putting in my body.
Right.
And then to learn that like I could work out less,
Right.
just harder with heavy weights, and I would
Smart.
feel the best I've ever felt and watch my body shift. It's taken me 42 years to learn this.
Yeah. Mind
Like
blowing. I know.
mind blowing. Like the through to feel and look a certain way. And what you're saying and what I'm feeling is just lift those freaking weights.
Yes. Yes.
Like,
Throw some heavy shit around. You'll see some results.
like that's it. And so for anyone watching and women watching that are afraid, because I know some of them, why is lifting heavier going to give you the results?
It increases your bone density. Like it revs up your metabolism.
It
Like
does.
it does so many beneficial things. And as we age, our bones just get more brittle. And if we're not consuming the right amount of protein, we're not lifting and doing the things that we need to do, we're just setting ourselves up for failure.
So I just did my scan because I like to do them every few months, and my
Yeah.
bone density
Some
is
sense
so
that.
bad
Oh,
and
uh-oh.
so bad. So, and then a few of my friends did it too, and it was so bad. And I was like, why weren't we on top of this earlier? Right. Like now I got to get my vitamin D and my calcium and like I'm hitting
Right.
my protein. I'm doing my body weight in protein a day, right? And so
Yeah.
I've been posting and sharing my meals, and like I'll get 50 grams of protein in for breakfast. And my friends are like,
Yeah.
how did you do that? And I'm like,
Right.
let me tell you, like this is 50 grams per meal I'm getting protein. Why is the push on protein so heavy right now?
That's the building blocks of muscle, retaining muscle. The aminos are the building blocks of just getting that adequate amount and feeding your bones and your muscle. So it's like, I mean, my mom, for example, she was a vegetarian for a very long time.
Mhm.
And she had osteopenia, and then she went to the carnivore diet, and it totally, she is stronger. She is, her skin looks better, and it's literally life changing to
Mhm.
see. And she's not as frail either. And
Yeah.
she's, I mean, she's 70 and she looks amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like I see it in the older generation. I mean, I see it in us, like
Yes.
our, you know, our generation, but I can see the outcome already by consuming so much protein that it's like I already know what I need to do. Like proof
Mhm.
is right there.
You know, there's been all these like Instagram things out there and like about being like stronger when we're older. And like, do you want to be 70 and able to open your cans, right? Do you want to be able to
Right.
open your stuff at home? And like, you're going to need to lift now to be there. So you're either
Right.
going to end up frail and in a hospital bed while they take care of you, or you're going to build it now so that
Right.
you're self-sufficient when we're older. And we don't like to think about like that. It seems so far, but I think for you and I, as we get older, right, it's becoming more real
It
that like,
is.
that future is around the corner, and what are we going to be like, right? We're going
Right.
to be lifting and climbing and,
Hmm.
strong. It's
Yes,
so much more than even vanity anymore.
exactly. Yeah, I know. Yep.
And
So
we come from such a culture of like the 90s of anorexia and bulimia and eat your
fen.
salads. Yeah. And like now, I'm throwing down like oh, my dogs are going crazy. I'm throwing down like a steak, right? Like
Right.
for dinner and eating 5 different dishes for
Right.
breakfast. It's a whole new reality. And so I
It
really want
is.
people to know, what did you do? What are some tips you did to get your body back into gear, looking the way that you do, strong at this age as a mom to get into a contest like this and make it through?
I think it all starts in the mind. Like you got to let go of thinking of yourself as I'm just a mom. Like
Yes.
I feel like that right there
Yes.
is huge. I think I went through that with my first pregnancy
Uh-huh.
where I tried very hard not to let myself go or lose myself. So when I started doing the contest, I'm like, I gotta be all in. Like, not only is this for me, which of course it is, but I'm also teaching my children that you can make fitness healthy and fun. And, if you work hard enough, um, it doesn't always happen, but it can happen. Like it can be obtainable. And fitness is something that you should never stop doing because, and I had 3 C-sections. Because I had a C-section, I I should still work out. Like
Yeah.
I still need to take care of myself.
Yep.
But I think with the whole mentality of I had a C-section, I need to take a break, which yes, you do.
Right.
But it's just slowly getting into it. I think that's huge. Just the mental reassurance of not getting in the negative mentality.
I think the mental shift has been the biggest thing for me in my journey over the last even just like 6 months to where I've upped my game, right? In nutrition and in my fitness. I'm up at 4 a.m. Okay.
Yeah,
Because my
that's
daughter has to be at school at 6:30. We have to get ready. And so for me, I want to meditate. I want to pray. I want to get a
right,
workout in. I need that time before the day gets away from me. So like when you talk
right.
about a mental shift, I'm not telling everyone to get up at 4 a.m. Right. I'm just saying
No,
for me, that mental shift for me was, where are you prioritizing this? Like, where is your consistency? What's non-negotiable, right?
right.
In this.
Mm-hmm.
And when people start to make it a non-negotiable where they make that time and putting themselves first, like as moms, we grew up
Right.
watching a lot of moms, at least in my generation, right? Like stop taking care of themselves once they became moms.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
became moms. And now we're seeing moms that are like, you like really strong, really buff, take it like no excuses kind of thing. And I love it. And I think it's so empowering to our girls and our boys to
Yeah.
see parents like setting the example and tone. It's not downhill once we become parents. We're just getting
Right.
started, we're getting
Yes,
stronger, like we're
exactly.
getting better. And so what a beautiful mind shift for our kids and
Yes.
for us as women. But like, I know people are really held back by breaking old habits and creating new habits.
Right. They
You
are. They
know,
really are.
what is your advice to somebody watching that goes, I want to do this. I don't even know how to get started.
Um, I would say find, I would say find somebody who you follow possibly and you like what they look like
Mm-hmm.
and try to see what they're doing, try to see what they believe in. Just because they look a certain way, sometimes it is genetics, which is hard. Because
Mm-hmm.
I've seen women that look great, but I'm like, what are you doing? Read. I would read, follow some really intelligent people. Like we mentioned before, Andrew Huberman.
That
Um,
podcast is like
yes,
one of the best podcasts out there. So much
yes,
information.
exactly. Dr. Lyons,
Mm-hmm.
she is, I would say for me, she is the one of the people I would follow. She talks about
Okay.
adequate protein. I found her through Andrew Huberman.
Mm-hmm.
He had her on, Dr. Gabrielle Lyons, and she's got a book
Mm-hmm.
that talks about it's called, I think it's called Forever Strong, and I'm probably going to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a doctor and she focuses solely on muscle and protein, and she's got two little ones too. I think she's a perfect example. I think reading, getting yourself knowledgeable about what you want to look like and try, there's a lot of garbage out there. So I think those two right there are prime people
To
to
follow.
respect and to look into. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's everyone he puts on his podcast, I end up going to follow and listen to.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
I know we talked about this as well. Like, and there's a lot around that, with creatine.
Yes.
Um, I recently have joined that whole journey and I feel great. I feel fine.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it with my weights. What's your take on that?
I love creatine.
And
I've taken it since I was like 16.
really,
Yeah, I've always been a proponent of creatine.
and
Yeah,
why?
always. I feel mentally, it's good mentally as
Okay.
well as physically. It just pumps your muscles up. It gets that liquid. It gets the water. It gets all. It gets and not only that, I feel like I'm just a smidge bit stronger, and that might be mentally,
Mental. Yeah.
but I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. They talked about on one of the episodes that there was like a study and like some of it is mental
Yeah,
that we do feel stronger taking it, but I do
right.
too. So I'm like, well, okay. Even,
Exactly.
even if it makes me feel like I'm looking stronger, right? Like
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah. Put a little
I
water in the muscles.
yeah, just pump it in there. And I think what I've learned, and like correct me if I'm wrong, but like, the building, like you said, with the metabolism, like we're burning all day when we're lifting, right? Like
Right. Of
we don't just
course.
stop after the workout. And so
No.
when we do cardio and stuff like that, once that's over, that's kind of what the workout was.
Right. Yep.
Where with
Yeah.
lifting, we're
Right. It's like the epoch. It's
mhm,
the just the energy that you're burning consistently. And that's why I like to do HIIT, is because when you do HIIT,
mhm.
your body is like continuously this revved up engine. And so, but when you weight lift, yes. But when you just do like long, steady state cardio and you don't get anything out of it, then no. Once you get off, you're done.
That's it. That's what it was. Where are you? What's your opinion on like calories and what's your opinion on like your portions and stuff like that? Do you follow a strict day-to-day diet?
I Yes and no, it depends. For the contest, I kind of looked at it as I'm competing for like I'm in a contest for a show. Like I had for me, I know my body type. So my fats were around 30 to 35 grams
Okay.
because I know that when I did my last show and I actually did it with a team, that's how they manipulated some of my macros just to be able to get me a little more physically where I wanted to be.
Were you hitting
Um,
your body weight in protein during that time?
no, my protein around competition, I am around 121 for
Mm.
weight. My protein was like 150, 160.
Oh, you went
Um,
over your weight. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Is
So it's like
is
1.5.
can you go, is it bad to go higher in protein or no?
No, it's not bad at all. There's
Okay.
actually, I also follow Lane Norton too. He's
Hmm.
also very knowledgeable. He talks
Hmm.
about how it's 1.5 to 1.6. It's almost double what the recommended daily allowance is
Yep.
for protein that we're
Hmm.
what we're learning. And as we age, we should be consuming more protein than that. But and so that's what I did for the show. And so I did the same thing for the contest.
Hmm.
And right now I'm still kind of like in the 150s for protein.
You make me want to up my game. It took me a while to learn how to hit even 100, and then it took me a while to hit like the 125 of grams of
Yeah,
protein. So it's like sometimes I'm getting the hang of it, but like I know for me, like I eat pretty much the same things every day.
right.
I switch it up a little bit, but I know what my portions are and what I do all my macros, right? And I
Yeah,
found helping my clients as well, like having them actually look at their macros has been really eye-opening for them because people aren't aware of what they're actually eating until they're like
no,
visually seeing it. You could
right.
have like one smoothie and you think you're healthy and your whole day is done in that one smoothie.
Yes.
Like you're
Those
over
are
calories, over carbs, over fats, and you're like, I'm so healthy. It's like, no, homie, like you need to know what you're putting
yes,
in. And I think the biggest takeaway I'm learning from school right now, which has changed my eating as well, is I know the podcast we listen to talk about that, but is whole foods, like
right,
unprocessed whole foods, right?
right.
Like you kind of can't go wrong going back to like barbaric days of like nuts and meat and like making
Yeah,
it yourself.
exactly. And that's absolutely true. I try to limit my protein smoothies
Yeah.
because of that. Like if I'm out and
Yeah.
about, of course I'm gonna have a smoothie because it's better than
Same.
nothing.
Yes.
But yeah, whole foods always the best way.
So you're trying to get your protein right, mostly other than like when on the run from your whole foods, not from your
Mhm.
supplements, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do for my breakfast in the morning because I'm on the go with the three little ones.
Hmm.
I always have the same thing. I do overnight oats
Yep.
and I'll make them like 4 days in advance or 5 days in advance. And I do a scoop of protein in that. And then I have a tablespoon of peanut butter. So that's like 35
Mhm.
protein.
Yeah.
So
See,
that's
right there, that's like such like prepping it, being ready. I think for moms as well, and I know for me with my daughter, like having the weekend to prep the food and having it
right.
ready makes it easier throughout the week where there aren't excuses to then
Yeah.
go rely on like processed or junk food like that. It can be done.
It can be. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's working. It's working for you. So what now that you've done this contest, what did you win from this contest? What did it feel like making it to this magazine, which I'm waiting for the photos? How did that feel?
It was very surreal, being there and doing like photos and stuff, and just being around like-minded people was awesome. I felt like I was doing a show again, which I want to eventually do. Um, and it was a lot of fun, like a
Yeah.
lot of fun. The magazine comes out, I think, and it's already out. I actually just got an email from them showing me the picture that they picked for the magazine. So I think they said they're gonna send a box of magazines in the next few
Amazing.
weeks.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, what a thing to be proud of for your kids too, and to show them you in a
Yes.
magazine for fitness.
Yeah. It's definitely getting framed in the house.
Yeah, it's definitely got to go up. I signed up for a 10-mile run in November, and my daughter,
Oh
I have her
wow.
that weekend. I know. And so I was
Oh
like, I'm just going to go for it. I've wanted to do one. I've never
yeah.
signed up for one. it
Yeah,
allows me to push myself and challenge myself. I think that's healthy for us, right? To
absolutely.
do these things in life that just challenge us, right?
Yes.
So I'm
Yeah, I
really
think
trying
it's
to
great.
build up my runs right now. And
Yeah.
I'm excited to have my daughter there cheering me on and seeing me do stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
having our kids watch us
Mm-hmm.
be our own identity, our own selves outside of being just their mothers.
Right. Yes. It's
That
huge.
we are strong and we are capable and that we prioritize ourselves.
Right.
When do you get a workout in with
Whenever I
three
can.
kids? With three
Um,
kids.
it's honestly, it's all different. I love working out at home. I have all my
Same,
stuff
same,
here, but I also love the gym.
same.
Um, on my social media accounts, I try to do like really quick workouts for the ladies that don't. I mean, there's a lot of ladies that just don't want to go to the gym. Like it's very intimidating.
Mhm,
I completely understand that. Like for example, right now I'll probably work out in 45 minutes with
mhm,
my little ones because they're napping right now and
mhm.
they love. I turn up the music and we just jam out and I'll do some stuff. My son will copy me and my 1 year old will just sit there and watch me.
Yeah,
Um, and like tomorrow I'm going to the gym. So, but things change. There are times where I plan on going to the gym and unfortunately something happens. Like where somebody feels not very like my son
yeah,
won't. And I'll do a workout at home when he's taking a nap. So I make sure I do get at least 5 to 6 workouts in a week. And sometimes it might be 15 minutes. Like
yeah.
something's always better than nothing.
Great,
Um,
great advice in terms of just
yeah,
getting something in. And I think
something.
for moms listening, like I know for me, I will do the gym when I don't have my daughter. She's at school or she's with her dad. But when I do have her, that's when I wake up at 4 and I do them before my day starts. I have all
Right.
the weights, and all you need are weights, a
Right.
band, a mat, right? And you can
Yeah,
get full workouts in your home.
you can.
And and I
Yeah.
think people feel like, oh, I can't get to the gym or I don't have somebody. And then there are people online that you can follow, YouTube videos you
Hmm.
can follow, your page. So you're offering workouts then through your Instagram or your YouTube or both.
Both through both.
Okay.
I do like the shorts that they have up there. I think I just posted one not too long ago on like a shoulder workout or a tricep workout, something like that. I'll do like little snippets where you like crush for time,
Yes.
2 moves. I think I'm gonna put up a tricep one because a lot of moms like my age, like this part of the arm, like the
Uh,
triceps.
my
it's
my
I
my gym buddy would call them our bat arms. We'd go in and do our triceps because I'm like, that's what women really want to get rid of as they get older, right? Is that part of the
right.
arm. So
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
love, where can everybody follow you on social media and YouTube? Put that out there because moms are going to want to watch those.
Yeah, of course. I have mom content on there and workout content. I can't really pinpoint which one because I'm a mom, so
Yes.
it's hard for me to just solely focus on one.
Uh-huh.
But it's Mommy on a Mission for YouTube, and then you can find my Instagram through there. It's got all the links and stuff.
Mommy on a
So
mission. And you'll have
yeah,
little videos on there then for moms that are like watching or tuning in and then that don't have time, needed, So I would say like get on Amazon, order some weights, right?
right.
Order some
Yes.
weights, heavier weights.
Yeah,
Follow like a
absolutely.
YouTube like you, follow somebody you see on social media that's doing the reps, right? Showing you how to do it and even
Yeah.
just get in 15 to 20 minutes a day.
Yeah. That's very simple, which is what I like to keep it at. I like
Not
simple, basic workouts.
it feels complicated to people and it feels
Okay.
intimidating. And I know
Yeah.
even for some of my clients who don't want to walk into the gym, right? And don't, I had my best friend, I was working with her and she was like, I don't know what to do at the gym. I don't know what to use. So we spent a Sunday morning where we went in together and we just
Yeah.
went through the machines together and we just went
That was
through
nice.
how, what they felt like so that, and now she's going because she's not intimidated by them, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like it's like, and having people on social media now is very new
It
for
is.
like women to be able to like be at home and
Right.
still get their workouts in and still get everything done while raising 3 children.
Yep. Yeah. It can be done.
What is your take on sleep?
I get about 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
Okay.
Um, I sometimes six. I think six and lower is not good,
Yeah.
but it depends where you are in life. Like, did you just have a newborn? Then it's gonna be a little shaky, and it's not the end. Like they do get older, they do sleep through the night. So yeah,
So where in all of this with fitness, getting your sleep, posting, being a mom, where are you finding you and your identity and exploring you as a woman through this journey of all these things?
honestly, when I work out,
Okay. Is that where you
I
find yourself?
yeah,
Yeah, same,
I
same.
it's like my serenity.
Yeah. I totally understand that. I get it. It's so if you had to choose between going out to girls' night or going to the gym, which one would you choose?
I would have the girls meet me at the gym.
I love it. So I recently was like talking like, and I was like, I'm so boring. Like I'm never going to meet anyone because like the only thing I have time for is like the gym outside of my life. And then like somebody was like, well, if they want to hang out. And I'm like, if they want to hang out, then I hope they want to go work out with me.
Right.
Like that's where my time is going to go and like what matters. And so did you, for anyone watching that's like, okay, they're crazy. I'm never going to love the gym or enjoy it like that, right?
I get that.
Did you always love it?
Um,
And if you
I
did, that's fine.
ever since I was 16, I think it was something that just going in there and seeing all those men, for me, it was a mentality, like seeing
Uh-huh.
all those men and just thinking, I can't have this,
Uh-huh.
or this isn't for me, or just it probably that mentality of like, I don't think I could ever do this. And then proving it wrong. And that's why for each baby, since I was always in the fitness industry, I had so many people tell me, like, you're never going to have your body back. Like, especially with my first one, when I was working at the gym and I did my last show, they're like, you're just never, it's never going to come back. And then when I had a C-section, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe they're right. And then I'm like, no,
No,
I'm not capitulating to
no,
that. It's like I
no,
can't. So it's like,
no.
no.
It's such a great mentality. And I think it's the fighter in like many of us, right? Where I can do what I want to do with
Exactly.
my
Yeah,
body and I'm
exactly.
not going to settle for anything else. I love to challenge myself, I love to
Right.
see how far I can go with things. And I like knowing that like this is the one thing that I do have like control over in my life.
Exactly. And that's huge too.
It's huge when we're parents and we've lost so much control. We have to surrender so much of our day to just like life and our kids and what happens. So like this is the only area in which like, I
Right.
I find my power and my strength sometimes. So I get that.
Yes.
Um, I would love to just finish this with everyone knows where to find you, but this is my question that I ask everyone, and I think it's like so interesting to find out. But what is the happiest day of your life look like for you?
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
Um, what does the happiest day of my life look like? Um, I would have to say just being with my family, all of us healthy and happy. Hiking in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just love the woods, like serene body of water, like a pond,
So
waterfall.
nature and your
Yes.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
Nothing crazy. I'm not about complex. I'm about basic.
Yeah. I love it. So the magazine is called what?
Hers, muscle and fitness.
And it comes out in like the next month, right? Everyone grab
Yeah.
a copy.
Hmm.
You're in there and you're one of the winners.
Yes. I
Super
am.
exciting. Super
Yeah.
exciting. Brand new mama on the shoe, breastfeeding with a baby, you guys. I just need to put that out there.
Yeah.
So for any women listening, I hope this inspired you, empowers you. For anybody who's been nervous about working out, I want to keep promoting strong women, lifting muscles, lifting weights, building muscles, eating your protein. Like really happy to
Yes.
have you come on and share that, be an example of that, and for people to follow you because I think it's really important for more women to keep hearing each other speak up
Yes.
on this,
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you for
Yes.
making
You're
time
welcome.
while your
I love
babies are
following
sleeping.
you.
All right, girl. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Let me just end this.